furnace, you can get them online too.
He recommends the Mud Dogger screens for the
Furnace.
Yeah, I'd start a new video.
Okay. This is for your galley. It's your gray tank number 3. See where I'm going at?
Yeah.
You only got 2 gray tanks. Your plumbing comes from that way from gray tank 1, which is your shower, your lavatory sink in the bathroom. This one is just your kitchen.
That one is the kitchen? Okay.
Your kitchen has a separate galley tank.
Okay.
This is your freshwater tank drain.
Okay.
So that you can drain that water if you don't want it, and I'd recommend draining it out. I don't recommend storing fresh water in a fresh tank more than 2 weeks at a time.
Okay.
Too easy to open that valve, drain it out, put fresh in it.
Yeah.
I don't recommend drinking that water, but water can stagnate. And if I'm going to travel a long distance, I really don't want a lot of water because it's heavy.
Right.
And it just gas mileage if you don't need it.
Oh yeah.
Most places you can get more fresh water anyhow at the gas station or something if you needed some.
Yeah.
These 2 drains right here are your hot and cold water line low point drains. We open these to winterize our trailer. If we open these out, water will start coming out. We open all of our faucets. It lets the lines vent from the faucet all the way to the outside, and all the water will terminate and drain off your water system.
Okay.
Is in a slide out. I verified your refrigerator did operate on gas and electric.
Okay.
So as soon as we unplug, if the fridge is on, it'll go gas all by itself.
Okay.
Highly recommend if you're going to pull in to refuel your vehicle. Supposed to extinguish all open flames. This is an open flame.
Okay.
I go inside and turn my refrigerator off and then pull up to the pumps and get gas.
Oh, okay.
Then
Good
once
to know.
your fuel, you pull away from the pumps and somebody run back in there and turn the refrigerator back on.
Okay. Can you get to it with this
You
the
have to
sliding
run that
turn in?
one slide out, but that's not that big a deal.
Okay.
I'll show you. There are these holes right here, and if you'll notice, there's 2 of them on the other side. The bedroom one, you have to go underneath the bed, but you have a crank handle. You can manually run them rooms like you were running those jacks when they didn't work.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you can manually run the rooms in and out with a crank handle if they don't work with a switch.
Okay.
That gets you out of the park if they don't run.
Yeah, if
go
it's
in.
not right. Yeah.
And then that's something you want to get to the
Yeah,
the meter
yeah.
so somebody can get fixed. And I showed you where the fuse was for the jacks.
Yes, yes. That's in the front.
I don't know where your license plate is.
It's inside somewhere, he
Okay.
said. I probably need to get
That's
take
fine.
y'all off and put on there.
I started to put a goldfish in there for you right now. Rear jacks extend. Will bring your rear jacks down. If you'll notice, one leg's going down, the other one goes. They don't level your trailer. They just equalize the weight so that the trailer's not rocking around when you're walking inside. Always make sure these jacks are up before you try to raise the trailer in the front with the front jacks. Otherwise, you're smashing these to the ground in front of the truck. When you retract them, when you see that they're almost up, you're ready to get off the button, just like your front jack popping the fuse, you know, hold on the button too long,
That might be what
it
happened.
can cause the fuse to blow.
That's probably
It
what
causes the
happened.
motor to overheat and then it blows the fuse.
Okay.
So when I see them get real close, I just kind of bump them, and then that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm using my shore cord just so I can keep your trailer running on electricity for the fridge, because I
Okay.
didn't know when y'all were going to come back. I did get on your roof, inspected your roof. It looked good. Every 6 months we need to get up there and inspect the roof sealants.
Okay.
Make sure if you start seeing cracks and gaps in sealants, it's time to get your trailer resealed, your roof.
Okay.
You can add slide toppers over your slides. The good thing about those is it keeps debris from landing on top of your slide room roof when they're out.
But if it's windy, we got toppers on ours that we got.
Yeah, because if you park under trees and you were in a storm, and you're gonna have debris on them slide roofs.
Right.
And you need a broom in there so you can at least sweep them off. You can get up on the roof and sweep
Yeah.
them off before you run them in.
Right.
Pine cones, small limbs can damage a rubber roof when you run your room in.
Yeah.
In aftermarket level. And I know most stereo systems, you got A, B, and C. A and B are normally inside speakers and C is outside, but yours is A for outside.
Oh, okay.
Because we were jamming in the shop and then couldn't figure out. I was hitting C, it ain't C, so I just went through all three of them until they all went off, and then I turned them back on. I knew it was A. I think your disconnect switch was up front. I left it on because we're charging our batteries that way. If you turn it off, your truck won't charge them, or your shore power won't charge batteries if the disconnect switch is off. You do have an outside coax for an outside TV. Magnetic catches. I checked all your lights. I didn't find none of them that didn't work, so they're all good.
Okay.
I always use a water pressure regulator. I like to screw it straight to the faucet. That way it protects my water hose as well as my plumbing on board.
Okay.
40 to 50 psi. Some of them hydrants can be pushing 80, 90 psi, and if you're not using this, it can pop a plumbing line inside,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
and it'll make your water hose swell up if you screw this to the trailer and not the hydrant, because then you're pushing 80, 90 psi on your water
To the hose. Yeah.
And if you're not inside opening faucets, then that pressure can build up and blow a water hose.
Bust the hose.
Yeah. And then you got an adapter. And I noticed it is washer and dryer ready, prep. This is your other LP gas bottle. Generally, when I'm doing a full run blown inspection, I open them all.
Okay.
A lot of people will turn this side off and run off the other side until it's empty, and then they can open this one. Know they got reserve tank.
Okay.
And I mean, I didn't check the bottles to see how much gas was in them, but I figured they're probably both full. I'm going to turn that one off.
He usually keeps a couple of bottles on
It didn't
hand.
look like the trailer had been used very much.
No, they've only stayed in it a couple of days, and that's it.
Electric, of course, I ran it out and ran it back in, and your lights all work. Your porch light, or outside light. You've got a Watson nest. Did you get your keys?
Oh,
From
no,
the
I
front?
sure did
Oh,
not.
yeah.
Let me go get the...
But you can't get to it without running this room out.
Right.
And I did figure out it was this one.
That is kind of a tight squeeze to get to
Right,
the
but on the
switches.
side of the road, you can just open this room up a little bit. You don't have to run it all the way out. But you wouldn't get no drinks out of that refrigerator unless you ran the other one out too.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you some stuff in there.
Okay.
For electric, this is the one I'm telling you. Your water heater works on electric, but if that switch outside at the bottom down there was off, this is doing nothing
Okay.
other than looking pretty like it's on.
Okay.
This switch will not override that one if it's off out there. This is LP gas for water heater.
So when he sets it up, does he need to have that on?
Probably. He probably doesn't want to run on gas.
Okay.
He got 50 amp service trailer, so he can run everything on electric. You know, both airs and a water heater.
Okay.
You got water in your fresh tank. So if you wanted water right now, we just hit the water pump switch, and now we got water.
Okay.
If we had the water on gas out in the pasture, we don't have electricity. We got hot water with the water pump, as long as we got water.
Okay.
So you got battery condition test. If we weren't plugged in, it'd give us an actual battery in case it was fair
Right.
or whatever. Generally, most batteries will show good when they're fully charged, and you push battery test if you're not plugged into 110.
Okay.
Freshwater tanks, of course, got a little. Black tank, that's just your toilet. It's empty. What I was telling you, what I'll do a lot of times, like when I'm done leaving, I'm fixing to leave the campground. I will bring my water hose straight inside the trailer and go straight in there into the toilet. And I got a little piece I just screw on the end of my water hose, so I'm not sticking my good water hose in the toilet. But
yeah.
that way I'm going to flush that black tank out real good. Now you have a black tank flush out on the side.
Mhm.
But you can, that way what we're doing is we're flooding the black tank so that we can give it one more dump of clean water. That way we know we're getting all the trash out of that black tank.
Okay.
But you can just run water, it's telling you, in the shower or in the toilet. And you could sit right here and just push the black tank button about every 3 or 4 minutes, and you'll see these lights start coming up. The tank's getting full. At that point, I would recommend do the fresh water. And the reason why is because you can terminate it right out on the ground.
Mhm.
Because it's just fresh water.
Okay.
Fill up your shower. Or you can just sit and, if you wanted to, you could just sit and pump water out of this tank and run it all out of the tank into the sink. Then you'll know if gray tank 1 or 2 in here is filling up. You'll know that the other one is your black tank. Because what it is gray tank 1 and 2 is going to be your kitchen and your shower and bathtub.
Okay.
Okay. You only got 2 gray tanks. Okay. You don't have 3. So, and we know the one's the kitchen out there where you just pull the little valve handle, and the other 2 they're labeled gray. One of them black.
Okay.
But we can pump all that fresh water out into the sink, in the lavatory sink, and see which one of these 2 tanks comes up.
Okay.
I don't know that 1 and 2 up here match 1 and 2 out there.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tank 1 filling up could be your lavatory sink and shower, but it might be the gray tank 2 lever out there that's actually going to dump that water out.
Okay.
But he can figure that out.
He'll toy around with it and figure that out.
All these light switches, all they are. These are your outside awning light switches, your porch, and your scare light. One of these was this light. My bad. But I verified all the lights coming off and on outside.
Okay.
And these are interiors. Anytime I get set up to a campground, I know my refrigerator ran on gas all the way down the road. A lot of times I'll still just open up and light one of my cooktop burners, especially if I had to change bottles.
Okay.
Because if there's any air in the lines, you'll purge it out as soon as you get a burner lit and you can turn it off. Then you can turn your water heater like on gas. Okay. If you don't do this before you leave, your refrigerator might try to go to gas and it might not light because of air in the line.
Okay. That's good to know.
It's making. When I turned your TV on, it was in HDMI. That's why you would never get a channel from the TV.
Well, I think he had it on games, on a game system. Okay. That's probably why.
So he knows.
Because we didn't have a TV out there.
Well, you just go to input and then you can select TV for your antenna.
Okay.
Some of those King Jacks have a built-in satellite finder on them, or a antenna finder. Yours doesn't. That was one of the downgrades I found. That a fantastic fan. That would probably be the only 2 things I would upgrade on this trailer.
Okay. Well, there's this fan, and then there's one in that other room, that middle room.
Yeah, but you can get to it from the bunk bed
and
turn it off.
Yeah.
Back here, there are 2 coaxes. I would assume the lower one is your satellite, where I showed you your 2 satellite hookups outside.
Okay.
So if you were going to go to a satellite dish outside and hook up, you'd have to remove your coax down to here.
Okay.
Or you'd have a box, and then, that one would hook to the TV box as well as the one going to the... But you'd have a coax coming to the box off that satellite coax connection.
Okay. Do we need to strap that TV up in there?
Freezer, here's your hamburger steaks. The freezer is frozen. They're frozen now.
Okay. I'll throw all that away.
And then there's a few non-perishables in here. You can decide. Cheese is probably all right. Just some jelly and stuff. You can decide.
Yeah.
We're men. We eat it anyway.
And then there's that other fan.
There's a lot of Asian beetles in here, but they're in all these trailers. Geopipe, it trips. You gotta reset that.
Okay.
Foot flush toilet. I did put a little water in there because I want to make sure it hold water for travel. We want as little in there as possible because they'll slosh out. I noticed this wasn't travel latched. It needs to be travel latched so this door doesn't slide back and forth.
Okay.
You'll break. Pull vent. And I did check all your smoke detectors to make sure they worked. I noticed on yours that furnace probably had never been ran. The heater furnace, the gas furnace.
Oh.
Because when I ran it, it set them off. And it kind of smokes up the trailer when you first run the first couple of hours of break-in on it, burning off the new.
Okay.
You only have one coax in the bedroom, so it's going to be TV antenna only. No satellite up here.
Oh, wow.
There may be one in that middle room. But this is an antenna booster. It will run your battery down in storage if you don't turn it off.
Okay.
But it needs to be on if you're going to try to pick up antenna stations with that antenna.
Okay. With that antenna right there.
That's your King Jack antenna on the roof. And that little handle, you can turn it. It rotates your antenna so you can pick up different channels.
Okay.
Quick chill grill. You can open that up to gush cold air right straight down. And then you need to keep your filters cleaned. Probably every 6 months. Pull them down and just wash them out in the sink and put them back up in there.
Okay.
I towel dry mine and put it right back in. Fire exit, in case there's a fire and you can't get to the door. Should come with a rope ladder.
Yeah, that's a long way down. But I guess if there's a fire, you won't mind jumping. You record that.
I can
Say
show
that
you
one more time.
If you turn it on and go through your modes, it'll go fan. I want to show you that first. Fan, okay? Needs to say auto. If you choose a high or low setting and you still want to run and that's on low, not auto, you hear it come on. Let's say, well, it's cold. I want heat. If I turn it on heat, because my fan speed wasn't in auto, it does allow your AC fan only to run while your furnace is running as well.
Okay.
If you don't want, if you're wanting the furnace to run and you don't want that air conditioner on, what you got to do is you got to go to fan mode and you got to make this say auto.
Okay.
Now I can run my furnace without an AC fan. AC fans, heat rises. It's designed that way because as your furnace is running and that heat is rising, that fan will help blow that heat around.
Okay.
It'll help
Circulate it.
Yeah, help circulate the air.
Okay.
So it's really a good thing, and that's why they designed it that way.
Okay.
But most people are confused.
So it's better to have it on auto.
And my furnace is on. I only want my heater on. Well, it's because they're in a high or low fan speed. They're not in auto.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
Your thermostat in the bedroom is identical to this one, and it does give an option for or gas heat, but there is none. It's AC or fan only up front.
Oh, okay.
A lot of these trailers will have 2 furnaces when they're this big, but yours only has 1. And there is no electric heat.
So what do you do in the winter?
Your furnace
you're up
has
north in the winter.
Your furnace does have heat duct blowing heat into that bedroom.
Okay, so there is some heat blowing in there.
Yeah,
You just through the ducts.
if I'm in a cold winter, electric heaters won't get you. Space heaters won't. You'll have to have an LP gas furnace running. But you can run one small electric heater up there in the bedroom. If we're in Montana and it's 20 below.
Yeah.
You know, one small electric heater up there.
Okay.
You got to be careful because just like a 30 amp service trailer, you can overload your service.
Okay.
A lot of people don't realize it, and they're running 30 amp service trailers like little travel trailers, and they come with electric water heater. You can't run electric water heater in an air conditioner. You're already maxing out your service.
But a 50 amp is better?
A 50 will carry a water heater and 2 airs.
Okay.
That's why everybody's going to 50 amp.
Yeah. Okay.
And same with this door. It does have one of these on there.
Okay.
And we did get one TV channel yesterday on the other side of the building. I pulled around here. I thought I might get more, but
I told you I thought that he said that he only got one TV,
well,
one
this
channel.
is the worst location in the world for trying to troubleshoot TV antenna problems because our reception is so bad here.
Yeah.
And you do have a fire extinguisher in case you need one. Maybe your neighbor needs one. You can help them out.
Yeah.
I did check all your light switches though, because I was trying to figure out which ones did what, and I noticed the one in the bedroom closet was on and it left on.
Oh, wow.
Because I couldn't figure out how to turn it off, and then I figured out it's got a little smash button right in the center of it, turns it off and on.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I turned it off.
Thank you.
So it's off. So as far as I know, everything in this trailer is turned off right now except for that fridge.
Okay.
And
And what about this?
That's
Do we need to turn it off?
Yeah, we can go to off on that.
Okay.
But as soon as I unplug from the pole, these appliances that it's operating 110, there will be nothing. But I don't like the air conditioner to come on as soon as I plug in either.
Okay.
Very important to turn like all your water heater. Turn all this stuff off before you get ready to travel.
Okay.
I
think he does that already.
The only thing you should have on is a refrigerator because it will go right over to gas when I unplug it from 110.
Okay.
That's about it. Good bird.
Okay, start it over.
When you get home, turn on your water pump and then go open the kitchen sink faucet or the lavatory sink faucet and just let it run.
Okay.
When you notice the freshwater tank's almost empty, then you can press your gray water tank 1 and 2 and see which one is actually the gray tank.
Okay.
Okay. If it says 1, then you could go around the side of the trailer and open number 1 and just let it discharge to the ground.
Okay.
Now, if you think you're seeing toilet paper and poop come out, close it because that's black tank, but it won't be because they're all empty. You'll know as soon as the water level.
We don't put toilet paper down there for one, but yeah. Or the rest of it, we don't need that
Right,
either.
but you know, you got some property out there where you're
Yeah.
at. You can open that valve and you'll see that clean water you just pumped all into the lavatory sink. At that point, you'll know if number 1 was number 1 over there, and if it is, that's good. That means gray tank 2 will be black tank. And you'll just write a marks lot or something, black tank.
Okay.
That way you'll just know.
Right, right.
I just didn't want to run a whole bunch of water in there because I had it in the shop.
Yeah. Tires and everything's okay?
Tire pressure, everything looked great.
Okay.
Row.
All right. Oh, we didn't put that.
Oh, slide
Back in.
back in.
Yeah.
Slide systems where they got twin little motors in the slides on both sidewalls
Uh-huh.
and wall tracks that the room runs in and out on.
Uh-huh.
But I see a lot of problems with those slide systems. And if I was ever going to buy a new trailer, I would definitely go with something like this. It's got ram slides.
Okay.
And they're much easier to run in manually with the crank handle
If you
than
have
those
to.
slide rooms are.
Okay, yeah.
And so we get a lot of calls from people at the campground to come and help them. Their slide won't go in, and they've got the Swintech system. And then they're not as technician friendly for us to work on in the field as the RAM systems are.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing.
It is a very good thing. And now all we are is a minute away from pushing the jack lever, and then they go up by themselves
All
now.
right. Yeah. A whole lot better than cranking them by manual. That was for the birds.
Well, now there's a disconnect switch in here, okay?
Here, let me hang this up.
Yeah, look, I'll put these little plastic covers back on there.
Show him where that fuse was.
The jack is the red wire fuse for the jacks. And this will run the interior of the house. And it's a 30 amp fuse as well.
Okay. And he put an extra fuse right down here.
Yeah, there's an extra fuse right there.
So in case we need it.
In case you get stuck and the jack's not working, you know how to fix them.
Take 30 minutes to go 4 inches.
Right. Yeah, that's just the way it is. My wife would never pull my fifth wheel. She would pull travel trailers. But if we went to Florida, because we like to go to Florida, I had to drive all the way. Sometimes I'd take Class C. Some people will say, well, that's why the disconnect switch is there. You don't overcharge your battery. That's what blows the fuse.
Keep it at where those lines are on this jack.
I would keep it about that far, 3 inches down. That's giving you 3 more inches of travel up. But if you limit out of threads on that shaft, then that's what blows the fuse.
Okay.
These jacks are never going to hit the ground anyway because they're too high up off the ground. Your spare tire is going to drag way before these